guys, so today is the much awaited and anticipated using a toilet during a grid down situation. I thought this video deserved to be one on its own instead of mixed up with other videos, simply because there's some detail here we need to talk about. So let me go over what our setup is, and then we can talk about the whys behind some things. So you see I took the back off the toilet tank. Because of our situation here, when our power went out, we were water rich. It was raining, we collected rainwater, so it was a no-brainer for us just to fill up the back of the toilet instead of pouring water down the toilet bowl. But after we ran some numbers, we discovered that for our toilet, putting water in the back of the toilet and just doing a regular flush penciled out to be about the same as pouring water down the bowl itself. But let me take a step back. So we took the back off because we were filling the back and we found we were taking it on and off and on and off, and there was just too much of a chance of breakage. So we have the toilet bowl open and exposed. We have our water container here, so we were able to simply roll this forward and then fill the tank when we needed it. And we used rainwater exclusively for this. But we could have used, well, rainwater, pool water, hot tub water, saving water from when you did your dishes, so the gray water. Any kind of waters like that would be something you'd want to save for your toilet. It's all going into the same septic or onto city water, so that's a no-brainer. We also are big fans of the bidet. See, I've got a bidet on this, but of course it didn't work without the power on. So we have a handheld battery-operated one, which I did another video on. I bring that up because the less solid material there is in the bowl, the easier it is to flush and the less water it takes. So if you really needed to get down to the nitty-gritty, you could pour a bucket of water in here that was only, I think the least amount I could get away with was 3 liters, which is just shy of a full gallon. So I have my handy dandy homemade system here. So this is 3 liters and this is a gallon. Usually I would do 4 liters, which is just over like a gallon and a quarter or something, and that would make sure any solids in there. So fecal matter, okay, we'll just say that out loud. Fecal matter, toilet paper, well, those are the only things you flush down a toilet anyway. So the interesting thing on our toilet, once I started running the numbers, is that we have a new toilet installed in our older home, and it only takes 1.28 gallons to flush, or 4.8 liters. So it was really pretty close, because you know, when you're flushing into the toilet bowl itself by a bucket or something, you're not really measuring everything out, right? You're just filling whatever container you use and flushing it. So using the back worked for us because it was like 1.28 gallons, or we could put 1.25 gallons into here to flush. So let me tell you what we found out about flushing this way. We tried flushing from using like a pitcher, something like this pitcher I just showed, but the velocity wasn't high enough. That may have something to do with the fact that this is a low flush toilet, or it could have just been that there's not enough velocity. So what we ended up doing is switching to a standard bucket. I've got a gallon of water in here and just pouring it down. Now you need to do it confidently and swiftly. If you pour it in slowly, often it won't flush, and then you got to get more water and do it again, so you're just wasting water. But let's talk about the average American toilet. The reason we chose this bathroom as our prime bathroom, and I encourage you to do that, is because the average current toilet right now, even if it's low flush, it's usually about 1.6 gallons of water. This is 1.28, so, you know, pretty close. But if you have a regular flush toilet, they use about 3.5 gallons of flush, And old toilets, like early 90s and 80s and before, and you know some of you guys still have that 1970s toilet in your house, they take between 5 and 7 gallons. So if that's where you're at in your home, I would find the toilet that takes the least amount of water and figure out how much you're going to use in the toilet bowl. And I would definitely do the bucket flush instead of the back flush. But maybe now, you know, when next time you change out your toilet, you'll go think about a low flush. We also found that it was really a lot easier just to flush liquid matter. So when using toilet paper for liquid material, just if you toss the toilet paper into a bag that you're going to burn, it flushes a lot more quickly. And if you're going to use something like a handheld bidet and you're using just a few little bits of toilet paper, the liquid flushing is not challenged at all, not changed at all. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is I've got this little device that is battery and motion and light operated. So it hangs over the toilet, and when somebody walks into the room at night, oh, let me use two hands, hold on. There, that's better. So when somebody walks into the bathroom at night, it lights up. So the whole bowl lights up and the area around here lights up. So that's kind of a neat little cheap, inexpensive thing. And then finally, let's talk about the hand washing station. You do need to have one in the bathroom. Got some soap, some water, and then, where is it? Here it is. So I have about 100 2-liters filled up with water. So I would just keep these in each individual area that we needed to have water, like for brushing your teeth in the other bathroom, for washing your hands here. So I don't have to spin this. So we could just wash our hands here, or we could use some hand sanitizer. So I think that's it. Pretty quick video, but look at your toilet, and if you have a regular flush or a high flush toilet, figure out how much it's using in the back. Oh, one thing I forgot. So we filled up the back of the toilet before we needed to flush. Common sense and etiquette, I guess, would, not so common sense, but etiquette would say after you flush the toilet that you would fill it for the next person. But what we found is something we call the habit flush, and that is you go to the restroom, and even if you don't intend to flush the toilet, you reach around to flush the toilet. You just naturally do it. So both of us caught ourselves doing that. And even one time when you're hauling water is too much. You don't want to waste a gallon of water that you now have to go out and fill from the rain barrels or something. So leave them empty until you need it, and then fill it up for your use. Same thing with the buckets of, well, I guess a bucket of water you wouldn't need to have it flush, wouldn't matter to you, so forget that. Anyway, so I think we covered it all. These containers are great. Love having the spigot just slides back and forth, but again, a full one of these is, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, so you need to be able to pick weight up to use this. Even to slide it back and forth takes a little muscle, but you can always get help from somebody. So there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions about toileting during a power outage and water outage. So, we run on a well, so when our power goes out, our water goes out. Yeah, so there you have it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.